Hello and welcome to Dave the Suit Betting. Got 4 selections for Wednesday, 2 for Catterick and 2 for Musselburgh. Here's the first one from Musselburgh, running in the same race last year. This is the Portobello Cup, which is the race I'm looking at today at Musselburgh. This is last year's race, and what we've got Your Kindness in the white colours at the front, and we've got Simple Star in the black colours, just obscured by the one in the red. We're about 2.5 furlongs out. Let's see what happens. So, Your Kindness is under pressure. Simple Star being rode along. It's going to switch it out here any minute when he gets going. Takes him a bit of time to stoke it up. And he stays on really well. He hasn't got to turn a foot, but he stays on really well. And under Jason Hart, he just fails to get up. With Your Kindness beaten about 1.5 lengths. As you can see, he came late. He didn't quite get there. He did have a little bit of trouble in running on the straight. It hasn't got to turn a foot. It is a stayer. A little bit one pace maybe, but he was staying on and he just failed to get there. He's running off the same mark in the same race as last year. Here's its last run the other week at Musselburgh, but over the extended 1.5 miles. This is Simple Star over a 1 mile 5.5 furlongs at Musselburgh last time out. Now you can see he's actually got a wall of horses there. Despite the small field, he's had a bit of trouble in running there. So he brings it out wide and it stays on. And like I said previously, it hasn't got to turn a foot, but it is an out and out stayer. So he's staying on. This is under Paul Mulrennan. Stays on, 0.5 furlong to go. Looks like he's going to win. It's Musselburgh, it's a very fast track, it can run away from you. And he fails to get up again. He loses by a short head and the nose. As you can see there, he didn't quite get there. That was Paul Mulrennan riding the horse for the first time this year. He rode it twice last year, which included 1 win. So, this is the race we're looking at. And from a logical perspective, before I start, okay, Ponzelius, it's 2 mile 2, 28 yards. Ponzelius is trained by Charlie Johnson. It won its last race. Okay, let's have a look at what it beat. Night 1 of 66. The second was rated 46. The third was rated 51. The fourth was rated 56. And it beat the horse rated 46 by 1.25 lengths. Now it has run off higher. It has won off 80 at Kempton on the all-weather and 79 at Goodwood. That was last year of 79. It's up 3 for that victory last time to 69, so it is well handicapped. But let's have a look at it. You've got Charlie Johnson. His strike rate's atrocious. His horses, there's something not right with them. You've got Lucinda Russell. Let's have a look at Lucinda. She's been bang out for forever. Look at it this season, 6% strike rate. 1 winner from 18 in the last 14 days. So she's out of form as well. Taylorman, that's won on Tuesday. Today at Ripon over 2 miles, that won't turn up. 2 Old Pals, which I think could be the danger. Lucinda Russell, again, out of form. And then Your Kindness. I was at Pontefract when it came third of 3. And it went out like a light over a course and distance. I think it's won 3 times there before. Charlie Johnson's horses out of form. So if we were just going on trainers in form, out of form, non-runner, out of form. So where do we go? Do we look at these? or do we look at Simple Star? Now, for that run on last year's form, Your Kindness is £1 better off for a length and a half. But his stable was in better form anyway. I can't look any further than Simple Star. I'm going to ignore this 11-4 because Tailorman will be a non-run. I'm pretty confident of that. They're not going to run it twice over 2 mile, then 2 mile 2 the next day. Now, it's done exactly the same prep as it did last year. It ran in a extended 1.5 mile race on Ladies' Day, which it won last year. Well, you've seen in that video, he didn't quite get there this year. He came third, losing by a short head and a nose. And that's a prep race for the race today, Wednesday. And this is the race it came second in, which I first showed you from last year. It's got every chance. At the moment, it's 11-4. But I'm not recommending you take that. Wait for the best odds guarantee in the morning. The reason being, Tailorman, which won at Ripon today on Tuesday, I can't see it running. It's won over 2 miles at Ripon. They're not going to run it next day over 2 mile 2 at Musselburgh, surely not. And there'll be a deduction anyway. So just hold on the prices. My next one is in the 3:35 at Musselburgh. Here's its run from Windsor, and it was only its second run on turf. Here it is. What I'm concerned about here is in the 3 box. It's the one in the blue colours. Now watch it as it comes out.
That's it. Right.
Squeezed out there. Just watch. Boom, squeezed out. You're going to make that bend. And now you're next to last, more or less, which is where the horse more or less stays. I'll fast forward this. So it's in last place, coming around the final bend, hitting the 2 pole. It's got to be 5-6 lengths off the leader at this stage. Now it comes through horses here, and the gap comes and he's staying on now. You can't tell by this angle, but it's some way behind the leaders. It's a very deceptive angle. We're hitting the furlong pole. Now, it is being hard ridden, but it's the only one that stays on, arguably, to get anywhere near. Well, no one gets near the winner, and that's the winner there. Now, I think it says 4 1/4 length. It looks like a solid 5 to me all day long. Right, that was only its second run on turf. Now, it got beat by Atlanta's Blue, which at the time was rated 68. Now, Atlanta's Blue came out next time off a rating of 73. So it got put up £5 for that. And I think it would have won this race, but the blindfold came off late. Now, if you look at More Than a Feeling, the race at Windsor, it was good to firm. It's fast ground, but it's a very fast time, 0.3 seconds slow. Just think it's been keeping better company, and I think this race could be ideal for it. It does need to get out because it's drawn 4. Well, I think that was a good run considering the start it got, and it was in second to last all the way around. It lost by 4.5, which looked like me, to 5 lengths. The winner has gone up since then, and I think More Than a Feeling, that was only its second run on turf. I think it's probably, of the 4 selections, one of the more confident one, he says. It's currently 5-1. I'm not playing each way. It's on the nose, but I'll tell you about the staking at the end of the video. Okay, I've got 2 others from Catterick. Now, the thing with Catterick, the going is good to soft in places, which is the ground I most hate, because it doesn't tell you where it's good to soft in places or where it's good. So, let's go over them. 3:15 Rain Cap. It's come down the ratings. In its last 2 runs, It dwelt at Hamilton and it slipped at the start at Catterick. It's running off 48. They've put the visor back on for the first time. It ran those two races without. It's running off 48. Yeah, I know we're talking bargain basement, but it's Catterick. And it's course and distance winner multiple times. And it's won off 56, 54, 50. A lot higher ratings than this. It's got the plum drawing one. So at the moment, that's 11-2. We're playing win only today. And the fourth one, and this would also be a decent bet if it wasn't for Beaujolais Nouveau. Beaujolais Nouveau did nothing in its first two runs, then it had a 55-day break, and it improved at Hamilton on the speed ratings. Now the problem with Hamilton speed ratings is you can't trust them because the standard times are not really that great and the going isn't always as it should be, but it did improve if they are to be believed. But I do like Nail a Star. I like the jockey. The trainer's travelled a long way for this one, well over 250 miles to Catterick. I think he's trying to get a win out of it. It did run an absolute blinder at Bath a couple of runs back. The one with JR Climbs at Bath, and it had a poor draw that day. It's the plum draw again in stall one, and I think it's got an excellent chance. I really do. It's just a Beaujolais Nouveau on that one Hamilton run. I'm not too keen on Stapleford Park. That doesn't look good enough, but it could improve again. And Montana Girl didn't handle the undulations first time out at Ripon. Well, welcome to Catterick. You've got even more undulations here. So, Nail a Star in the 2:15 at Catterick. So, what I'm doing with the selections, the going at Catterick is good to soft in places, and I don't like that ground. It's the worst ground in the world because you don't know where it is good to soft, and you don't know if it might actually be soft in those places. So I'm just recommending half a point win on those two each. So normally I'd do it to £20, so a tenner each on those two. And again at Musselburgh, half a point on each. I don't normally do this. The thing with Musselburgh, Simple Star is currently 11-4. It's not going to go off that price. I've no idea what price is going to be because I cannot see Taylorman running. I really can't. It won over 2 miles at Ripon. They're going to take it up in a horse box and then run it at Edinburgh, which is where Musselburgh is. And I can see it being a non-runner, in which case there'll be a rule for. So my recommendation is 8 o'clock in the morning and get the best odds guarantee. Half a point win each on all four. A bit of housekeeping. If you watch Britain's Grumpiest Old Gits video, he's going to be putting the scores on the doors. He's going to be doing it to SP. It will negatively affect most of my selections because a lot of my selections get backed in, at least 3/4 of them. And I do put my videos out the night before, but I don't care. He's doing what he thinks right. He's doing it to SP. And it's a level playing field for everyone. I do think it favours people putting videos out in the morning, but it doesn't matter. It's a level playing field. And it will be stating... Turn the Uber off, love, will you? It will be stating how many picks they were, how many selections, and it will just be doing the returns to SP, which I think is fine. I think it's fine. Pegasus ratings, Pegasus race ratings. Video that's called "Are You Really Making Money?" It's got a spreadsheet. Okay, you can download it. It's in the description of the video. I suggest all my subscribers, all my viewers, go over there and get that spreadsheet, either for all your bets, for the online bets, online tipster bets, or for my recommendation, horses from the notebook. Put the horses from the notebook on there and you know where you stand with them, and you'll know if you backed them before as well. It's good to keep records. don't just take the spreadsheet, don't just download the spreadsheet, watch his video and subscribe to his channel. He's doing a lot better since he loosened his selection process up a bit. I think he was a little bit too tight early on, but to use a poker analogy, there's too tight, I'm waiting for aces and kings, and there's too loosey-goosey, and I think he's eased off a little bit and come somewhere in the middle, which is where you want to be. He always has some nice price winners as well. So go over, get the spreadsheet, but don't get something for nothing. Give something back and subscribe to his channel. That's basically it for me. Let's hope we have a few winners today at Catterick and Musselburgh. Be a little bit careful. There's going to be a few non-runners. The ground at Catterick, I don't really know. It's a bit iffy, Catterick. There'll be 3 men and 1 dog there. It usually is. This is Dave the Suit saying it exactly as it is. Bye for now.